Hello everyone, this is me Sadia here, and I'm back with another reading, which is going to be a pick a deck read. And I have two decks here, one and two. Pick whichever you want to choose to know um, how your love life is going to be in the next 3 months' time. This reading will help you know that, so stick around and just be mindful. It is a general read. If you are interested to book a personalized read with me, you're more than welcome to reach out. So let's dive into the read, and I'm going to start the read with the deck number one, which is the black deck. So let's see what is coming through for you with regards to your love life in the next 3 months' time. So let's see. For the people who chose deck number one, let's find out what can you see coming through for you with regards to your love life in the next 3 months' time. What is coming your way? I do see that your problems, your issues that you might be having right now with regards to your love life, they are going to kind of wash away for sure in the next 3 months' time. I do feel for those of you who are already in a relationship, you might see your relationship getting forward with your specific someone. Like you will see a progress in your connection. Like you are going to get more closer to one another. Your understanding, your connection, your bonding is going to definitely get stronger in the next 3 months time. I also feel like you would have a lot of open communication in your connection. You are going to be able to speak to each other without having any doubt, without having any fear, without having any fear of like maybe judgment or whatever. But I do see that your understanding is definitely going to get better. For those of you who are single right now, I feel like you are definitely going to move forward towards the point where you would know what do you want with regards to your love life. You would have more clarity around it. You might right now be stuck in a situation where you feel like you don't know what do you want, who do you want, or what kind of person do you want to have in your love life. um, it's more like your wishful thought that you want somebody in your life, but you don't have the clear picture in your head right now. But I do see that in the next 3 months time, you are definitely going to see your love life from a different perspective. I feel like for some of you, you might be right now in that position where you're giving up or thinking like or feeling like giving up on your love life. You feel like maybe you're never going to get lucky in love, so you're choosing a path where you're going to feel like, okay, fine, I want this kind of man, this kind of woman, and if this person doesn't show up in my life, I'm ready to be single than to be with the wrong person. So that's the kind of mentality that I'm seeing you picking up in the next 3 months time. You're not going to be like willing to give up on your ideals of how a partner should be or how a relationship should be. So for those of you who are in a single scenario right now, looking for love, looking for romance, I feel like in the next 3 months time, you are going to be like unshakable that way. Like you have a certain belief built, and you're going to be like sticking to that belief that I want this kind of person and I cannot settle in for less. So you are going to be very sure of that. Let's see what else is happening. I feel like, for some of you, you do have a pressure of your family or your friends or people around you, like you should go ahead with somebody in your love life. I feel like, for majority of you, with regards to those of you who are single, I feel like you are not going to be like rushing into anything in the next 3 months time. I feel like you're going to be more confident. You're going to be like more okay with not having a person who kind of like take away the peace from you, rather than like you would rather want to focus on yourself, your personal growth, than to be with the wrong person. So you're not rushing into anything in the next 3 months time, which is definitely going to be like making you more attractive in people's eye that you meet. But I don't see you getting to be with someone in the next 3 months time. That's what I'm picking up. Let's see what else. But for those of you who are already in a relationship, I feel like your connection is definitely deepening up. You're worthy, and your worth doesn't depend on the other person. I feel like you are going to be very sure of what you want. You would want honest communication, be that with your specific someone, be that with the one that you kind of end up with. But I do see you having a clear picture of this is what you want. So the clarity is pretty much there, but I don't see much happening in the next 3 months time in your love life. And I would suggest you to not to wait for something or someone to show up in your love life to fix everything in your life. Because I feel like if you are from that mindset, and if you're waiting for someone to come in your life and kind of make it beautiful, I feel like you should start making your life beautiful right now to allow that beauty to kind of flourish in your life in a way where you have that partner who adds to your beauty or who adds to the happiness in your life, rather than waiting for someone to make you happy. Be happy right now. I feel like, for a majority of you might be doing the mistake where you are waiting for someone to fix your life, waiting for someone to make you happy, waiting for someone to kind of make you feel like you're worthy of love and attention. You don't have to do that. I feel like, once you let go of it, that's when you're going to see shift in your love life. But I feel like, the important thing right now is, what I do believe is that for majority of you who have chosen this deck, you are going to see that your love life is going to be important, but not where you would want things to you would not be ready to settle in for less, that's for sure. So you're choosing your happiness, and I do see you kind of coming out of that attachment to the outcome that you want with regards to your love life. I feel like, for those of you who are already in a relationship, you would see a growth in your connection. But for those of you who are single, you are going to see a personal growth, which is going to make you more confident in what you want than you ever have been in the recent times. You're not going to come under pressure of anyone to settle in for less. You're going to choose to be single than to be with the wrong person. So I do see you not being in any relationship, but you're definitely going to be sure that you're confident that you are going to find the one when the time is right. So I don't see you kind of crying for someone or waiting for someone, thinking negative around it. I do feel like you're going to be doing your life the best way possible, and that's the shift that I see happening in the next 3 months time for you. But at the same time, I feel like you might have those moments and times when you are going to feel the pressure of the people around you, that maybe you need to take a decision. But I feel like, for majority of you, you would be able to kind of take a step for yourself, and rather than to surrender for the people around you, like, okay, fine, you go ahead with somebody. I don't see much happening in your love life, to be honest, but I feel like, for majority of you, you're going to kind of take stand for yourself. That's what I do see coming through. So you're very clear, very sure that this is the kind of person I want, and I'm not going to be settling in for less. So that's what I see for those people who chose this deck for the next 3 months time. If it was of help, do give it a thumbs up. And if you want to manifest someone in your love life, you can always get a help with me by using tools and techniques. And if you need that, check the description box for the services that I offer. And let's move on to the second deck, which is the other deck. And let's see, for the people who chose this deck, let's see what's coming up for you with regards to your love life in the next 3 months time. Let's find out. So for the people who chose the second deck, let's see what is coming through for you in your love life in the next 3 months time. What's coming up for you in the next 3 months time? What's coming up for you in the next 3 months time with regards to your love life? Let's find out. Wow. We do have 10 of Pentacles, the Judgment, wow, and 10 of Wands. I feel like, for a majority of you, I know in the deck we do have King of Swords. I feel like, for a majority of you, you might have been dealing with someone who has been not ready to commit, not ready to give into the connection. But I do see that situation coming to an end. Finally, your partner, whoever it is that you have been with, I feel like you are going to, like, we are in the month of July, August, September, October. I feel like, the month of October is going to be the month for you where you're going to see movement coming up for you in your love life. So even though this is a timeless read, whenever you're checking it 3 months after that, you can check it. But since I'm doing it in the month of July, and the month of October is going to be within the 3 months time, I do feel like the month of October is going to be the month when you're going to see your partner taking the action. Maybe right now, he or she, whoever it is that you're dealing with, I do feel like maybe there is some sort of stagnation that you're feeling in your connection. Your partner is not taking the lead, they are not taking the action, they are not kind of doing the right thing in your love life right now. But your prayers are going to get answered. I do feel like a lot of things are going to change in the next 2 months time, because in the third month time, I do see a movement ahead in your love life with your partner. I do see them taking action towards either giving you the commitment or promising you around the future, or kind of getting married for some of you, if situation is not as bad as it would be for other people. Because I feel like maybe for majority of you, your partner, whoever it is that you're dealing with, they are kind of dealing with something stressful right now in their life, or maybe they have a responsibility that they want to get done with. So I feel like, by the month of October comes, they will be able to kind of give you the commitment that you want. So for those of you who are already in a relationship, your partner might commit to you in the month of October. From now onwards, like 3 months within the 3 3 months time from now onwards, you will definitely receive the commitment coming in. You will definitely receive proposal coming in. You will definitely see your relationship getting better with your partner. You will see happy changes coming in your partner towards you. So you will see that coming through. For those of you who are single, I feel like, if right now you have a life, you are unable to believe and have faith in your love life in the current situation, that is going to change. I feel like, if you ever feel like, oh my god, you would never get lucky in love, this situation is going to change. I feel like unexpected proposal might come through, because I do see your prayers, affirmations are going to get answered. So I feel like for majority of you who chose the deck number 2, you are lucky that way, because your love life is going to see beautiful changes coming through. Unexpected shifts might happen, which is going to bring you some blessing in the month of October, for majority of you who chose this deck. And I feel like, for majority of you, the commitment is the least thing that I see coming in. So it can be commitment, it can be engagement, it can be marriage. For majority of you, that's coming in the month of October for you. So I do see that for majority of you, I feel like if you are losing your hope, you don't have to, because your prayers are getting answered. Maybe right now you don't see movement happening, you don't see much happening, but this is going to shift, this is going to change. I feel like, for some of you, in the next 10 weeks time, which is again more than 2 months time, you will see the shift happening. So yeah, you're definitely getting a good news with regards to your love life, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship with someone. So yeah, that's what I see coming through for the people who chose deck number 2. If it was of help, to give it a thumbs up. Till I do the next read, take care, bye.